Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with a new timeless reading. Timeless meaning no matter when you come across this message and it resonates with you, it is for you. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you. Leave it isn't for those of you liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all the new and returning viewers and subscribers and to my amazing channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right, we're going to jump on in, see what needs to come through for you, Aquarius, for this reading. It feels like it's an urgent message, which is interesting. We do have, I believe, 2 angel decks out here. Yeah. So an urgent message coming through here. Potentially from your angels, your ancestors. Well, let's see. What needs to come through for Aquarius here? Oh. Interesting. So this card actually has, the word is play. We're going to look at it in a second, but it has a misspelling, a very obvious misspelling. 6 of Cups. See? Yeah. Some of you think that you're playing and you're not. You're playing like you're playing, if that makes sense, right? Let's see what else needs to come through here before we jump all the way in. Let's get all the cards. That is way too many. Look at, there's a lot going on here. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. You might be hearing that. Somebody might say, yeah, let's try that again. Still, we got quite a few here. Yes. Oh my gosh. Fives. The 5s coming out at the bottom of the deck. You got double 5s. Some of you, the Magician. Yeah. You got the Empress at the bottom. Some of you, let's get a card to close out. This is an urgent message for a reason, because some of y'all be playing and not in the playful way. Yeah, you really, Aquarius, you really need to hear this. Okay, what do we get? 2? Let's take them. Look at this first card out. Overall energy here is play, but it's spelled wrong. See? So some of you, it's like RLAY. That may have some meaning to somebody, but it's play. Some of you, and look, she's like bouncing across lily pads, and you've got the lotus flower and whatever, right? Is that correct? Yeah. Comes up through the mud and the swamp. And look how joyful. But it's almost like you're deceiving yourself. Okay, it says, beloved one, it is time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry. We will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. Some of you are playing that you're playing. Okay, you're like out here like, oh yeah, I'm doing all the things, but you're not. It's like you're still working, or you're still worried, or you're still in anxious energy, and you're not really letting it go. It's like you're stuck in the mud, right? In that swamp energy, stuck in the mud and not really coming up out to have that joy, or the lily pads, or the lotus, right? You're not really doing it. And spirit, your angels here are like, oh, no, that is not going to fly. That is not going to cut it, right? You got the 6 of Cups here with it. Okay, but you're pretending, oh yeah, telling people, yeah, I've been out. These are holographic cards. I've been out doing all the things. I've been, playing. I've been really taking some time. But when you are, it's like you have your computer open, or you're always on your phone. You're not really present. You're not paying attention. There's that nostalgia energy that's coming through, that childlike energy with the 6 of Cups. You can't play. You've got to really, you've got to do it. And that's why this is coming through so urgent, because some of you, this is going to start showing up in very negative ways if you don't listen. This is why you need to hear this and take, like really take steps towards that. Okay. You've got the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups coming through here. Okay. 5, 5, right? The fives are showing up. The fives are showing out. This got to change. It's got to change. Okay. It's got to change. Almost this, look at this Five of Wands. I don't know if you can see it or not. Hopefully you can. It's a holographic and it shows different when it's on the recording than here. But it's like these dinosaurs or dragons. Either way, I think they're dragons. They could be dinosaurs. But they're all fighting in the air there. It's very Harry Potter-esque, or, right? What is that other show? Like How to Train Your Dragon. Okay. Hopefully you hear what I'm putting out here, but it's very much, but then there's this energy on the ground right here, right? With this one, that's almost like it doesn't want to. It doesn't want to be in competition. It doesn't want to fight. It doesn't want to have all of that energy coming, conflict or whatever. But it's like you are conflicted on the inside here. And you've got the Five of Cups, right? You're conflicted on the inside, and it's moving you into this energy of grief, of sadness. It's like you don't know how to get out of it. You've got the dragons here, and you've got this mermaid over here, right? Very, very, your insides are not matching. Right? You think that you're out there pretending to be playing right. And that's why you need to hear this, Aquarius, is because you're pretending, you're putting up this mask or this facade or this fake kind of ness around, but you're inside, you are battling, you're grieving, right? Because you've got to be able to release in one way or another. You have to be able to let go. You have to be able to do all the things that are meant to be for you, but you keep shoving them away, or you keep trying to fight them, or you keep, right, trying to hide from them and being in the sorrowful state because you have to stop. You have to really take this and to really, really get truthful and be honest with yourself here with the King of Swords, and really move into, right, this change, this 5-5 energy. These fives aren't coming out, they're coming out for a reason, because that play is going to be important, but not this relay or whatever it is. It's got to be that truthful, full-hearted, kid-like, right, childlike play. You've got to be able to get up out of that mud, get out, right, and be able to have that fun energy, that half-hearted or full-hearted or whatever it is, right? Some of you with this King of Swords energy, it's like you're being too strategic, right? Because King of Swords energy is pretty strategic. It's pretty, right? But that clarity is coming through. That truth is coming through. That if you don't change this, if you don't get into a state of play or have more play within your life, if you're being strategic and structured and very, right, there's going to be consequences that are going to be showing up. And that King of Swords is that truth coming through. That energy of, you know what, Aquarius, right? That's why you need to hear this. That's why this is an urgent message. If you don't move into a more playful energy, if you don't get a little less rigid, if you don't allow for yourself to see the world as fun, at least some of the time, there's going to be consequences. For some of you, it could be within relationships. For some of you, it could be within your finances. For some of you, it could be within your health. There's going to be consequences. This King of Swords is here like, you know what? It's time for this truth to come out. It's time for you to hear this. Whatever it is that you're pretending is play is not. And it needs to be. Okay? And the Magician here, right? Some of you, the Magician is coming through with this energy of manipulation. For some of you, you're trying to manipulate yourself into, or others into pretending and or believing that your pretend play is really play, even though it's like I'm like seeing somebody hold the book, right? There's like the book of whatever it is, I don't know, something, playful or interesting, or a romance book, whatever it is. But then underneath, it's like your work schedule or your phone checking in on emails, or, right, it's not real. And the Magician is coming through with that energy that your manipulation, if that's how this is coming through for you with that Magician energy, is manifesting more manipulation within your life. Now, if you're in that energy with the magician, with manifestation, with using your magic to create more magic, then that's what you're going to see. But you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be truthful with yourself with that King of Swords energy, how you are actually showing up in this magician energy, right? Manipulative or manifesting magic, okay? Because that's what's going to keep coming around. If you're not playing for real, you're going to lose every time with the fives coming through, with that change, with that potential, right? What you don't see at the bottom of the deck is that Empress energy, okay? Oh, and look at that. Right underneath that is the Emperor, okay? The Empress and the Emperor are coming through here together. So you're being reminded with that Empress that you've got to be able to be open to creating the space for that playfulness, for that fertility, for that love, for that energy of nurturing to come through, for that abundance, for the beauty, right? You have to be open to creating that space. Now that Emperor, this is divine counterparts. This is bringing it all together into a whole, so that this is really allowing for that reliability with the Emperor, without that authority, that hero energy within yourself. This is you coming together, right? Being in a space. The Emperor's rules and regulations, almost like that energy of consequence that came through here, right? This is what you don't see coming. If you can't make that space, there's a potential that you're going to see those consequences, okay? Divine counterparts coming together, masculine, feminine, this is that. If you can't pull this together, Aquarius, there's a potential that you're going to have consequences, okay? That's why this is an urgent message. That's why you need to hear this. Let's see what the last two messages are. Honor your uniqueness, right? It says, thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. Psalms 139:14. Okay? Honor your uniqueness. Get out there and play. Be unique. Be the rebel. Be the one who's out there like, you know what? I'm going to play for real. I'm not going to pretend to play. I'm not going to, I'm going to actually let myself laugh. I'm actually going to let myself come up out of the mud, be out of that stuck energy, and play on the lily pads, or jump through the pond, or, remember when you were younger in that Six of Cups, that childlike energy, and you wanted to splash in the puddles and you didn't have your water shoes on, or you had your this, or you didn't want, whatever it was. Do it now. You don't have to have rules or regulations anymore, right? You don't have to be in that strict Emperor energy. You get to do the fun things. So do it for freaking real, okay? Be authentic. Use your uniqueness, okay? And embrace adventure in your life. Hello, yeah. Like spirits, like both of them. This could actually be like that water bearer energy right here, which Aquarius is, right? And then look, they're looking at each other. They're facing each other. This one has that dove-like energy, which could be love, could be male, the divine counterparts with the Empress and the Emperor. This could have to do with love. Some of you are not in that space of love, self-love, in platonic relationships, romantic relationships, not in a space of harmony, not in a space of uniqueness, whatever it is, because you're not embracing who you are, right? You're not allowing that childlike energy, that curious energy, that sense of wonder to come through. You're not embracing the adventure. You're just really rigid, and it's time to get out of that energy. This one says, Jesus said, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children. What? No freaking way. See? Matthew 19:14. Is it interesting that this was 139:14 and this was 19:14? There's no coincidence, okay? Jesus said, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children. And here you have it, okay? Six of Cups, play with the children, right? And that, you've got to, because the consequence far outweighs the benefit you will gain with the fives here, Aquarius. This is big. It's urgent. You need to hear it, okay? I'll leave that there. I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button right down below and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, lots and lots of love with lots of play in your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.